Welcome back to Building House in Thailand, episode 4. In this episode, we're going to talk a little bit about building cost, labor and material. I'm going to start the presentation soon. In that one, I will have different areas as building cost, labor cost, economic, material, and I will refer to a lot of different home pages where I think you can find a little bit good information about different costs. So we're going to talk a little bit about construction and how to get control of construction costs. In this presentation I'm going to talk about material consumption, cost of material, cost of labor, time, how long time does it take to construct a house, prices for raw materials, currency account, and then a final word. The material consumption, I have been into a homepage called hapo.com, so these numbers that you see is taken from them. They specified, it's an Indian homepage, they specified how much material you need for 1,000 square feet. 1,000 square feet is 94 square meters, so I have adjusted the numbers so it fits 100 square meters, so it gets easier to count. The thing that costs most is steel. That's the main cost of this. Finisher is okay there, but fittings depends on what type of material you use for doors, windows, tiles and everything. So that number can vary depending on if you want to buy a little bit more fancy doors and tiles, or if you want to have a little bit more easy standard. The material cost stands for about 60% of the total cost. It can vary between 60-65%. I find a homepage in Thailand that's called onestockholm.com. You can find anything there. You can order a cement truck, you can rebars, everything. They have all the building materials. It's a good place to find what everything costs. It's from known names in Thailand as SEG and everything. Cost for labor. This is a little bit old numbers, so I think the numbers have come up a little bit. But for unskilled labor, 300 baht per day, and skilled labor, 900 baht per day. Around 40% of the total cost. At this time, 2016, it was around 3,000 baht per square meter. You can count that the cost is for labor. This information I find at the homepage below here. And I think that maybe now you should more count on 3,500 baht per square meter for labor. At the same place I also find information that I think was pretty good. This is around what it takes for building 5 people, builds around 1 square meter per day. So then you have about 100 square meters, so you can count that it can take maybe around 3 months to build it if you have 5 person. Raw materials, as I told you before here, steel is a big, major 25% of the building cost, or material cost. At this homepage, I find a lot of good information. It's like the daily rate for purchase of steel. They have a forecast there, so you can go in and see what this homepage think is going to be trading at in the next 3 months. And also in the next 12 months. It gives a little bit information about when how the forecast is. Is the price coming down or is it coming up? Right now it looks like steel is on its way down a little bit for the next 12 months. It's they estimate around 15% down. Currency account. Now I sit in Sweden, and when I see the currency change a lot up and down. I have put up a budget for my project, and I connected that to a rate that I think that I count on from my Swedish crown to Thai baht to get the estimate the budget on Thai baht. If I see that the rate going up, so I get more baht for every Swedish crown, I have opened up a currency account in my bank in Sweden, so I can change over to Thai baht and secure that money, but I don't need to send it down to Thai yet. I can wait until it's time for that the project to start. So that's one way I handle to try to make sure that I get more money than I budget for this in Thai baht. And it's a lot of different homepages. This is one homepage that you can use to see the currency rates changing. The reason for this video is if you are planning to building a house and you're done the different steps I talked about before in episode 3 about the architect, and when they coming back later with the building permit and they come back with a BOQ and also a quotation, it's good to be able to go in and compare the prices in their BOQ compared to One Stockholm as a baseline to see, are their numbers reasonable or have they put on somewhere, so you can get a better understanding for what price should it be. Is this a good quotation, or is it places where they have put on extra costs? Now I'm working on trying to get these quotations and BOQs 2-3 months before we're going to start our project for the big house. So I have time to handle it. In earlier episode I said that architect is not where I'm going to try to make it cheaper or cut down with the price. Building cost, material, there is where I'm going to keep my eyes to make sure that I not get paid to pay too much money for the house. So then we have gone through a little bit information about building costs and what you can think about. In the coming episodes it's going to be much less talk from my side and much more pictures and movies about what's happening on the land from the time we start to prepare the land for building, and also more focus on Moya and Bara's house that is ongoing right now. We're going to deep dive into that a little bit more than previous. Now it's going to come a little bit pictures from what happened since last time.
Starting to put the bricks, the tegelstones.